People who were the forgotten sibling, did it ever come back to bite your parents? I was basically born to be my brother's walking organ donor. Max had this rare heart thing, and somehow I was a perfect match for everything. Blood, bone marrow, even kidneys if it came down to it. My parents didn't even try to hide it. I remember my mom explaining it to me when I was like 8. She said God made me special because I could help Max live. I felt proud at first, like I had some superpower, but then I realized what that actually meant. Every holiday I spent in a hospital bed. Christmas morning, I'm hooked up to machines while Max opened presents. My 10th birthday, I'm giving blood while he got a party with all his friends. The doctors would pat my head and say I was being so brave, but honestly, I just wanted to go home and play video games. At school, nobody really knew. I'd show up with bandages on my arms and make up stories about falling off my bike. My teacher, Ms. Garcia, asked me once if everything was okay at home, and I just shrugged. What was I supposed to say? That my parents loved my brother more because he might die? When I hit middle school, it got worse. Max needed more stuff as he got sicker. I spent my 13th birthday in surgery, giving him part of my liver. The recovery sucked so bad I missed 3 weeks of school, but when I got back, all anyone talked about was how brave Max was for surviving another operation. My parents treated me like I was invisible unless Max needed something. They forgot my graduation from 8th grade because Max had a doctor's appointment. They missed my first high school baseball game because Max was tired. I started keeping track in a notebook. Every missed event, every forgotten moment. The list got really long. I learned how to cook for myself when I was 14, how to do my own laundry, how to forge my mom's signature on permission slips because she was always at the hospital with Max. I became really good at being invisible. When Max died our junior year, I thought things might change. Maybe my parents would finally see me. Instead, everything fell apart. Mom had a complete breakdown and barely left her room. Dad started drinking every night and would just stare at Max's empty chair at dinner. Nobody even told me when the funeral was until the night before. I found out when I overheard Dad on the phone with my uncle. They had planned this whole service and I wasn't included in any of it. At the funeral, people kept saying how sorry they were for my parents' loss. Not our loss, just theirs. I moved out 2 weeks after I turned 18, packed everything I owned into garbage bags and left while they were both asleep. I didn't even leave a note. College was hard, but I figured it out. Got a job at a restaurant, shared an apartment with 3 other guys. I studied nursing because I knew about hospitals and medical stuff already. Became a trauma nurse and was actually good at it. 10 years went by. I never called home, never sent cards or visited. I built a whole life they knew nothing about. Got my own apartment, made friends, even started dating this girl Ashley who made me laugh. Then last month my phone rang at 2 in the morning. It was my mom, crying so hard I could barely understand her. Dad had been in a car accident. Something about drinking and a tree and how he might not make it without a liver transplant. She begged me to come home, said the doctors thought I might be a match, that I was their only hope now. She kept saying she was sorry, that she knew she'd been a terrible mother, but please could I help them one more time. I listened to her sob for like 5 minutes. Then I asked her something I'd been wanting to say for years. Why don't you ask Max? The silence was so long I thought she hung up. Then she started crying again, but different this time. Like she finally understood what she'd done to me all those years. I told her I hoped Dad got better, but I wouldn't be coming home. Then I hung up and blocked their number. A few weeks later, my cousin texted me, said my parents were telling everyone I was cruel and heartless, that I'd abandoned my family when they needed me most. They had to sell their house to pay for Dad's medical bills because insurance wouldn't cover everything.